being human with you. Together we can find a way. Being human, together we can find a way. Being human, beyond belief from this day. One voice rise and we can stand.
And welcome to Being Human with You, a podcast episode 12. And I want to emphasize, I don't wear this shirt all the time. It's beginning to become a regular feature. And of course it is the World Cup, England's progress. I also want to emphasize this is not becoming a football podcast. Neither is it exclusively a music podcast. It's a Being Human podcast. And all of these things, football, music, it could be interior design, cookery, going to the gym, driver training, whatever it might be, bridges, journeys to other countries. I'll come back to that one in a moment. These are the metaphors that carry the messages that I desire to share. Now, that comes from a very brief share from a place where I feel the pieces of my life, the jigsaw pieces of my life, the fragments, and we all have them, I'm not the only one, is bringing those together in this experience and sharing that with you. Now, I am a qualified coach and mentor, so I am coming from the mindset hacks. I'll talk a little bit more about that as well in a moment to share with you. But of course, so have you. And I feel, I've shared this message many times before, there's a little bit too much emphasis placed on expertise as opposed to experience. Now, in certain arenas, you need that expertise. For example, brain surgery. You can't just have some interesting ideas. So, yes, there are specialized areas. But in life, we're all experts because of the experience that we have. So I'm connecting that rather than it being one point of attention focus. That could be me, depends on what the subject is. Rather than it being that, it's us. Pure and simple, it's that. That's where the comments come in. So I reach out to you, and I will continue to do that. Because yes, I'm going to share my experience, the thoughts that are coming to me, the things that are happening over the last period of time and on into the future. And there's going to be an alignment in a different way because I feel the future has arrived sooner than I expected. And I'll be sharing more about that on the Past, Present and Future series. So, I set myself some challenges. And the challenges I set myself recently, particularly, were before England's match against Norway, which was yesterday evening at time of recording. It's Sunday the 12th of July as I'm recording this. So yesterday, England played Norway and they won 2-1. Not an easy match, a tough match, not a fantastic performance. But the key thing is progression. The match was won and England progress again. And that's the message that I feel deserves to be amplified. We can talk tactics and people can talk tactics and this could have been better, that could have been better, but the fact of the matter is they got through. And for us with the pressures we face, now I've used a crossbar challenge and the keepy uppy challenge as an interesting metaphor. But it does speak of life, which is this persistence, the resilience, go again. Couple of days in a row, I will be sharing some videos in a moment. Couple of days in a row, I hit the crossbar 2 times in a row. So I did that consecutively over 2 days. I won't spoil it for you if you haven't seen it. I was aiming for 3 crossbars in a row. Okay? You'll find out in a moment, did I achieve it? It was either hitting the crossbar, ting, Kimmy, ting. Would I be able to get the ting for the 3rd time? And doing that in a row. Or 150 keepy uppies. And I'm sharing this across all social media platforms, couple I don't tend to, but majority of, to promote this idea of the mindset hacks. So within these videos, I'm sharing snippet thoughts of actually what's processing in my mind as I'm achieving these things. So that's the metaphor that I'm using with football. Then that's correlating to England's World Cup journey. England's World Cup Germany. I've got Germany in my mind because there's some other things around Germany happening, possibly a visit in the future as well, and Spain again. I'll come back to that for the next episode and for next week. So the journey, these challenges I've set myself, and I'm sharing the progress. If I don't achieve them, I still feel there's progress. So I think that message to England, to the football team, to Mr. Tuchel, what you've done is absolutely exceptional, incredible. Yes, it's not finished yet. Argentina, Wednesday, 8 p.m. UK time kickoff. Wow, yeah, that's a proper semi-final. And to advance, a number of factors are going to need to come together. And one of those is coping with, and perhaps more accurately, managing pressure. Of course, somebody drops in the comments and says, well, it's all well and good keeping up the ball in the air. What about if you're dealing with long-term illness or whatever it might be? Financial reversals, loss of a job, that comes into a financial reversal very heavily, loss of a home. And these experiences I've had. Now that's different, and I'm not saying keeping the ball up in the air at this time of recording, aiming for 150 or hitting the crossbar 3 times is equivalent to those. Of course not. The songs that are shared, and I'm going to share the title track of last year's released album across a video of me sharing the crossbar challenge. And in that video, I'm going to mute the audio of me, ironically, and I'm going to have the song playing, because one of the lines of the song is, when I recognized the pattern, I could begin to change. So when I recognized the pattern, I could begin to change. Now that reformation, transformation, if you like, of self, development, improvement of self is ongoing, never ending. I think it ends when we take our last, when we stop breathing. That's when that ends. So we're not aiming for perfection. We're achieving progression. And even if there are reversals, so let's take that back to pressure and coping with full-on experiences in life. To get through the situation is achievement. If you can manage to get through the day. Another thought I had is removing other pressures. So if we're dealing with something that's big, various forms of grief, if we're dealing with that, then we may need to alleviate other pressures. Now, at the moment, for me, I've got perceived pressure of work. I'll share a bit more about that later. Pressure of housing, pressure of finance, pressure of reaching this point of life, pressure of kind of self-imposed in a way, desiring to reach out to more people. So those pressures, they're, not all stress is bad. We need those things. Of course, I wouldn't equal that to the serious things that I've talked about earlier. But I do feel we can manage pressure. And sometimes we do that by getting rid of some. The things that we can get rid of them. Sub them permanently. So they're gone. They're gone as much as we can. And of course, then that makes the pressure that we're carrying easier. Doesn't necessarily alleviate, it just makes it easier. And mindset is a large part of it. Our heart mind as well, if you like, is a large part of it. How we think, how we feel. What are we going to do with the experience? So that's where I'm coming from with these football videos, with the songs. And back to that thought of experience over expertise. The opening 3 songs of the album Inside of Me, released November last year. Let me get them right. The Forgetful Thief, it was that long ago. The Forgetful Thief is a universal song about scapegoating, about judgment, about character destruction, people looking to destroy us, reputation, and that being something that is destroyed by others. So I think that's a universal message. Track 2, I'll Bleed in My Own Time, is about our emotions and our terms and timeline of those, our schedule for recovery, healing, on our terms, not somebody saying you need to heal. No, we need to heal. And it's up to us the time period that takes. 3rd track, title track, Inside of Me. And I'm going to play however much of that fits across the window of the Crossbar Challenge. I nearly said it then. So let that speak for itself as you listen to Inside of Me with the Crossbar Challenge. Remember, this was recorded before England's kick-off against Norway, and my aim was either to get 3 crossbar tings in a row or 150 keepy uppies. Did I do it? Watch.
Yes, just. I discovered the world of me and you, a valley deep inside of me. When I recognized the pattern, I could begin to change. Take the pieces of my one streets, all I begin to rearrange. Some call it melancholy, but it's the truth we have to face. There is no place to hide. When you bring it all down to this moment inside, there lives a world of you and me, a valley deep inside of me. No need to hide inside, no need to hide. When I recognize the pattern, I stepped into the light. Some God, there is no time to hide in our human race. When I brought it all down to this moment in time, I discovered the world of me and you, a valley deep inside. No need to hide inside of me, no need to hide. When we recognize the pattern, we
Yeah, I've got it now. That's 4.
It's the truth we all have to face. There is no place to hide in our human race. When we bring it all down to this moment in time, there lives the world of you and me. Body deep inside of me.
My goodness me, I think he's onto something, which is you remove that pressure, you ease, you flow. This is what the inside of me looks like. And you know what? I think it's what the inside of you looks like too. In more capability, capacity, expansion, progression. Not perfection, no need. Not belief system, that's separate. But an incredible human being, you. Living, breathing, walking, talking, miracle, you. And yes, me. We can achieve so many things. So I share that message with you. Now, off your jolly well pop and listen to music that amplifies what I've just shared. And you never know. When you go through that doorway, when you enter the music I'm sharing, you may find something that might unlock something within you. Because I wanted you to see, not that I think anybody disbelieves, but it's just lovely to provide that timeline evidence. There it is. 5. Incredible. And within that, the message that came to me at the time was when I hit it, number 3, you can see the elation, the excitement. When I did that, it then alleviated the pressure, where I then now started to go into a flow state, the mandrills. And then came 4, then came 5. That's a band, by the way, a band based in Blackpool primarily, but across the northwest, potentially in the future even further. Great young band, great attitudes, the Mandrills. Check them out. You'll find their music everywhere, live performances as well. Flow state. So, there it is, achieved. What now? This is where the future is arriving sooner than I expected. And I will be sharing this across the next weeks and months as we conclude 2026 together. Certain chapters of my life in recent times, I don't want to share details because they include somebody who had an absolutely beautiful, wonderfully positive impact on my life. And I've made a decision, and I think this is where the future has arrived sooner, that I'm not going to go into too much detail on those recent events, moving to the northwest, for example. I'm going to arrive in the future sooner. Now, that is not to say I disregard those, because I will be talking about them. I will. But not in the same way as I was previously. Because those other chapters of my life that I've shared for the potential value and benefit of others, they were, especially towards the last 20 years, absolutely deeply traumatic. Now, there were pressures in the last several years, and they were met, but it's different. It's recent, and I don't really want to share any more than that at the moment. But the past, present and future series is going to change slightly because we're moving towards the future. And that's something, funny enough, that has naturally accelerated. I've found that as I've shared certain chapters of my life and connected with others in them sharing their life. That's moving into next year. So next week, let's go there. I'm going to do a live version of Being Human with you, as in I'm going to record it live. I'm not going to do it in the studio because I'm going to be in Madrid tomorrow, July the 13th, Monday. I'm flying to Madrid for some very purposeful work. And all of these things aligning, colliding, but in a beautiful way. I'm probably going to go to the Bernabeu Stadium. I'm sorting out things at the moment. There's going to be a move that's going to be shared soon. And therefore, I'm kind of going through drawers and cupboards and clothes. A Jude Bellingham Real Madrid shirt. I bought it when myself and Michelle were together and on a holiday in Turkey. Now I'm going to Madrid. Jude Bellingham, England. You kind of get where I'm coming from. Sometimes even my relatively expansive mind can't quite keep up. But I've got a really, really crucial meeting on Tuesday. Am I feeling pressure? Yes, I am. Yes, I am feeling a little bit nervous about it. Is the flight going to be okay? Am I going to get to where I need to go? It's not a holiday. It's self-organised, and it's going to be amazing. In a room with some really, really influential people in Madrid. And then guess what? Wednesday, England's match, flipping out, against Argentina. I'm going to be in Madrid. Probably that day, I'm going to aim to do this. I should be able to. I'm going to go to the Bernabeu Stadium, Real Madrid Stadium. And I'll do some videos around there. So that will become like a join up of the Being Human with You podcast and past, present, and I'm going to emphasize this, future. More future. That's where we are. And that's how I'm going to share what I'm doing. So because I've got quite a lot of travel time next week, I made that decision, but I'm bringing in these experiences. So it's going to be a really, really interesting episode next week. Share your thoughts on pressure. I think next week I'm going to talk about confidence. What does confidence mean? There's a comment you can make. Pop in the comments, let me know. Pressure. How do you manage it? How have you learnt over your life to be able to cope, to manage, to deal with things? Because again, in those comments, rather than hate-filled, trying to tear somebody down arguments, is the earth flat, is the earth round, etc., etc. I think I might have an extra song at the end. Rather than that being the comment-driven part, the comment-driven part is all of those wonderful human experiences. I find this helps me. I find that helps me. I'd love that. And I think also equally, so would others who are reading the comments. So let's make that happen. Because we can. Because we have so much to offer. So I think I've reasonably covered everything. A couple of songs to play out. I've already talked about the first 3 tracks of Inside of Me. And all of these songs, you'll find them absolutely everywhere. There is a Linktree link. I'll make sure that's in the description. I might not have done that on other videos, but you'll find me everywhere. I am also, very important this, so I might create a clip from this. I haven't yet turned episode 11 into a Spotify audio version. So I think I'm going to do that today as well, before I finish packing to organise for tomorrow's flight to Madrid. I'm going to audio edit episode 11 and episode 12 for like a double package, separate episodes to be released. I'll do episode 11 as soon as I've finished it. Episode 12 will likely be Wednesday of next week. And so will this YouTube video. You know what to do. You know what to do. So back to those 3 tracks from Inside of Me, released November. The Forgetful Thief, I keep forgetting that one. I'll Bleed in My Own Time, Inside of Me. I'm now going to play the penultimate track, the 9th track from the album, which is From This Day On, Future. Future. It works even more than I thought it at the beginning. And it is accompanied by The Shawshank Redemption. And it's a really, really beautiful combination. Then we'll also have the 3rd track from the most recently released album, Oversoul, The Reform. Kronos. It's all about time. It's all about time, the future, metaphors of life, doorways that can open for all of us. And the music, the chat here, the posts, the trips I'm making, the people I'm connecting with, the keepy up ears, the crossbars, they're all intended to tap into, to hack improved ways of being. And all of us need that. All of us welcome that so that we can improve, develop, enhance our lives and the lives of others. Much love to you. Thank you so much for being here. Head to the comments, make comments about how you manage pressure, what confidence means to you, anything else you want to share as well. Being human with you. Keep being the wonderful, amazing miracle that you are, and keep being the incredible human being that you are. Until next time, bye-bye. From this day on, I sign off these songs, authentically yours. Forgetful thief, what did you achieve by gaining opinion at the doors? From this day on, if I ever bleed again, I'll bleed in my own time. Thank you. From this day on, I'll share inside of me the voice within so true. From this day on, has begun. From this day on, has begun. From this day on, I belong. From this day on, the reflection in the mirror of me is no longer formed by your deceit. From this day on, whatever my name, I owe my life, and I've got the receipt. From this day on, Father, Mother, sisters, others, it's time for me to begin. From this day on, if you want to destroy me, then cast the first stone if you're without sin. From this day on, has begun. From this day on, has begun. From this day on, I belong. From this day on, no more the easy enemy. From this day on, from this day on, I sign off authentically yours. Every one of these songs. From this day on, has begun. I've murdered the past at last. From this day on, not living in the past. The future is mine to hold fast. From this day on, from this day on, from this day on, from this day on, has begun. We belong. The future is ours to hold fast. From this day, from this day, from this day on. Okay, Mark, that's that. What's next? Evolution, revolution.
is it sound? Follow the science. Time's reliance. Is it flat or is it round? Money tries